Ron, thank you. Well, the National Civil Rights Museum at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis announced the recipients of this year's Freedom Awards, honoring individuals who've made significant contributions to civil and human rights. And here to talk more about this year's event and the honorees is Dr. Russell Wigington, president of the National Civil Rights Museum. Welcome. Good to have you with us.
Great to be here, Kim.
Well, first of all, this is the 34th year for the Freedom Award Gala, a signature event for the museum. Explain why you all think it's important to continue to feat the people who these human and civil rights activists of today.
Absolutely. As important as ever. The museum had the foresight in 1991 at our founding to in its inaugural year to establish the Freedom Award, to lift up and honor iconic figures who have done civil and human rights work around the world. We continue that because there are people who are still doing that work. And it's important that we lift people up in this current day so that everybody can see examples to follow and be inspired by the work of so many people today.
Right. And I know that one of the recipients this year is Mark Morial. Tell us how he fits into this year's honoree list. What is it about him?
So Mark Morial is connected, obviously, as the leader of the National Urban League, a historic organization that has been in the civil and human rights struggle for a very long time. He has been at the helm of that organization for approximately 20 years, and he has made sure that the National Urban League stays in the forefront of civil and human rights issues over that time when there have been dramatic changes in our society. And so when you think about the history of the National Urban League, in order for it to stay relevant today, you need a dynamic, insightful, smart, and courageous leader, and that's Mark Morial.
All right. And then we have Mark Sussman. A lot of people around here may not know Mark Sussman, but explain where he fits in.
Sure. Well, one of the beauties of the Freedom Award is that historically we bring people here who many people may not know beforehand, but they come to know at the Freedom Award. Mark Sussman has a beautiful story, personal story from his South African heritage. And he will, I'm sure, share some of that story and he and his family's relationship with Nelson Mandela and the like. He is an example of a more quiet leader, but who has a powerful voice, who has done tremendous work for not just in this country through the Gates Foundation leadership, but in his prior work in the world. He has been a civil and human rights activist and leader for many years.
Right. And this year, I find this really fascinating, is a Memphian. And this is Velma Lois Jones. Tell us about Velma.
Yeah. Some call her the Queen. Velma Lois Jones is just recently celebrated her 95th birthday.
That's amazing.
She is just a delightful figure, historic figure, frankly, in our city. She represents so many of the goodness about Memphis.
Right.
She has a spirit of do what it takes, if you will, of resiliency. She was the president of the NAACP. She led the Teachers Education Association, or the Education Association for Teachers for the state. She is extremely active in her sorority of AKA, and she has just been a warrior for justice for so long, and we couldn't be more excited to celebrate her.
That's wonderful. 95 years, that's amazing. So the ceremony takes place October 16th at the Orpheum Theater.
That's right.
So what else can people expect from this year's event, and are tickets still available?
Tickets are very much available,
okay.
And we will begin with a 5:30 red carpet experience. I think people have come to enjoy how we are in community, if you will. You know how we do it in Memphis.
Right.
We want to have a good time. We want to have a good time celebrating this city and this community. And then we will begin the ceremony at 7 o'clock. Wendy Moulton will be in the part of the entertainment, and her talents being on display, and you know, when you're in Memphis, you gotta have good music.
Yeah, you do. And Wendy's good music.
We have a high bar, so it will be a fun and festive evening, lifting up these amazing honorees and our city of Memphis.
Wonderful. And if people want to get tickets, where should they?
Sure, absolutely. Tickets you can get at Ticketmaster.
Okay.
And certainly I would encourage people to go online at civilrightsmuseum.org to learn more about the Freedom Award in general. But Ticketmaster is selling tickets, and they're going pretty fast.
All right. All right. Again, thank you so much. We're out of time, unfortunately, but thank you so much for coming in and sharing your insight about this year's honorees and about the award ceremony this year.
My pleasure.
Anyway.